Welcome back to episode 200 of the Cybervibe podcast. This is the longest running podcast on YouTube. You won't find this kind of content anywhere else. Thank you guys for 2 million subscribers. We just hit $50 million in the bank, and we're signing a record deal really soon with a music company because we're going to start making diss tracks. So,
Yeah,
that's
it's called Big Daddy. No,
yeah, that's the update on us. Well, this is the update on me. Everyone else, go and update the people on yourselves.
still working.
Still working? You're not broke yet?
Nah, I'm broke. I'm just still working.
Relatable.
So
Isaiah,
true.
Isaiah, what about you?
Hi guys, I'm Isaiah.
Dude, so much improvement on your life.
I'm your name.
Alright, so that's how Isaiah's been. What's up, Adam? What about you?
Hi, I'm Isaiah.
Still unemployed and very broke.
Very broke.
Yeah,
What about that? What about that cat?
yeah, I got a cat, and it's a good cat.
Adam gets so dry when we record.
Like right before, and then it's just like, no.
Yeah, he just shuts out his personality. Isaiah, you're all bright and vibrant. Oh, I guess we actually should do some formal kind of introductions, because, well, one, not many people watched the first one, and two, even if they did, I think it's been too long to, like, remember us. So, I'm Dylan.
Oh, this is about like 6 months since the last episode.
Yeah.
Hey Dylan, what are you
honestly.
talking about? Give it like 2 years, and everyone's gonna go back and watch that because like we're actually famous, and you know how they want to go back and see.
Yeah, they
how
want
it
to see the
started.
beginning.
Yeah, it's got 50 million views at this point.
Yeah, by the time you're watching this right now, we're actually famous already.
Yo, I actually just want to point out real quick, I was in class at church one day, or the other day, and I actually had an opportunity to use the slap video.
Did you really?
I did. It was hilarious.
What are y'all talking about?
The video where I slapped Jeremiah.
I know, but
Mr. Jeff was showing us a video, and it was these guys yanking these girls' ponytails, and this dude goes to the last girl, and he yanks out her weave, and she turns around and just slaps the crap out of him, and she knocks him out, and I was just like, you want to see a video of me getting slapped that looks exactly like that?
That's funny. I'll put in the slap video like before we said this to give them context. But
So,
huh?
You need to edit that with
said-
finish him and fatality.
Honestly. So yeah, I'm Dylan. I have another YouTube channel that's inactive. It's been inactive.
legit.
Huh?
Said legit white gamer.
That's one of many. But
it's one of many.
yeah. I'll have the link to that in the description so you can check out whatever I've put on there. I might upload again in a future time, but I don't know. But yeah.
When was the last time you uploaded? Like 2 years ago?
Not 2 years ago.
I don't know.
Maybe
When's the
a
last time
year.
you uploaded?
Anyways, I'm the host, and these guys are my, I guess, co-hosts. I don't know if we have like an official roster yet for the show, so we just kind of get who we can. Last time we recorded this, we had Matthew, but he is not home right now, so he couldn't make it, unfortunately. Hopefully next time around, give us about 6 months, we'll get him in another one.
6 months.
We need time to plan these things. Honestly, planning with so many people is really hard.
Yeah, it takes a while to plan a seance. So.
It really does. Like, you have to get all
Takes
your
a lot of weed
freaking,
too.
all your ritual tools and everything, but
Especially when a whole one of them goes to school. Oh wait, no, two. Okay.
all two of them, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, hey, the
really?
other two or another two work. So,
Yeah.
And the last one
Just a faggot.
is complicated.
it's complicated.
You in between.
But anyways, yeah, I'm Dylan, and whoever wants to introduce themselves next can go ahead and do whatever.
I'm Isaiah.
I'm Jeremiah. I'm gay.
Adam, where are you?
What?
Are you not listening
No,
in on this podcast?
Stop that first.
I feel like he's trying to be funny and doing this on purpose, but it's not working.
Only
True.
think it's funny.
I feel like he's too freaking he's too focused on Everwing.
I haven't beat your score yet, by the way. I'll tell you definitely.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, that's Adam. He's a faggot.
Mm-hmm.
Also, little disclaimer: we
Or faggots.
so that's the prime example of what I'm about to say. So there's obviously some things you do and don't say, but for the most part,
Oh yeah, Frank, this is 2017.
yeah, dude, you gotta be pronoun proper. But
Sorry,
we're probably not gonna censor a lot. Like, I think Jeremiah wants to tell a story about black people that he can go ahead and do now.
Disclaimer: we do not associate ourselves with this man.
So I walked in the living room earlier, and my mom had been talking to my sister, and she starts telling me the story that my sister was telling her, and she's like, "Yeah, did you hear back in it's my hometown, Pell City, Alabama," and she's like, at Pell City High School, this girl refused to stand up for the American flag or something, and so this guy was like, "You stupid nigga." And like he was just like going off on her and everything. And so apparently now like every single nigger that comes to school tomorrow, according to his words, is gonna get hanged.
Jesus Christ!
So, you know, shout out to my people.
Hey, I love how you said every single nigger, and then you're like in his words after you said that.
Like I didn't want it to be like
I know what you mean, but you're like every single nigger. Oh, in his words.
But you know, shout out to my peeps back home. You know, gotta love them.
Alabama, we're all family here.
Yee, fella.
Literally.
Roll Tide.
But my mom was just telling me that, and I'm like, all right, see you later.
That's funny. So we know Jeremiah's from Alabama now. It's for, well, the podcast listeners. I guess I'll say I'm from Florida. Isaiah, where are you from?
Everywhere.
The water.
Isaiah, well, okay, I live in Florida. I'm from Florida, but I live in Florida.
I live in Florida.
Huh?
I live in Florida too.
Yeah, he lives in Florida. We're all like actual friends, except Adam wanted to move to Tennessee. So
I think we're friends.
Literally
Yeah.
like 2 months ago or something.
He was tired of us.
yeah, he
Yeah.
left. I mean, I don't blame him, but I'd rather be literally anywhere else than Florida, or at least Pensacola. So, but
Hey, that's Dixie, but
me with McDonald's, but
Dude, we ain't got Whataburger up here. We ain't got Winn-Dixie. We ain't got.
never
Dang,
mind.
that
I would
sounds-
rather not be into. What? That
I
seems
don't
like
know.
a place that would have Whataburger.
Mm. We had
No.
Pals.
I don't even know
I
what
think
that
it's
is. Is that like a
Right.
Great Value Whataburger?
Great value.
Everyone here is like, "What? You've never had Pals?" Oh.
I hate that stuff, dude. Like, hey, I just moved here last week. Oh, you've never had this thing that's native to only this state? What?
I think it's like here in Virginia, North Carolina, but like
that was like when I went on a mission trip and nobody
to
Jax was.
Guatemala.
Nobody knew what Jax was, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's all stop at Jax," and I'm like, "Really?" Like I
Wait,
left
you went to
Alabama.
Guatemala?
No, I'm just.
No.
It was.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like funny, like
I went to like.
But
Alabama.
everybody was like, "Oh, Jax is so good," and I'm like, "This is my childhood." Like, lol, y'all behind the time.
you've never had these Guatemalan French onions. I don't know.
Yeah, you've
That
never had
makes
these.
sense.
You've never had these rare kiwi banana starfruit passion bananas that are only
Yeah.
native to the bottom left corner of South Africa.
To the Kwanzaa tribe.
You're so uncultured. That's how people are sometimes, dude.
Yeah, it's 2017. What do you expect?
I expect equality for every male, female, and everything in between.
No.
No.
You know those people that like eat metal and glass and stuff?
Mhm.
What?
Like that dude that ate an entire plane.
Yeah, him. And
How do
all,
you like? How do you digest a plane?
I don't know, man.
He,
But like, they're just
God.
like, you've never had plain glass? Like, what the heck? It's the best. The part like the third window on the left. Yeah, that's the best.
What
Right.
the heck? You've never eaten a freaking whole house, dude? Are you stupid?
I think he did actually.
Jesus.
yeah, he
Something
put
like
it
that.
all out too.
You'd have to like eat that in like sections. Like you'd have to eat a bunch and then go chill, and then like shit it all out, and then.
I have no idea like how he even like managed to crap it out.
Dude,
Like I
oh,
would
it
have
has to be so
surgery.
dry.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if he probably didn't, but I wonder if he like drank the gasoline and all the oil and stuff.
I mean, I doubt that, but I don't know. He ate a house, so
Right.
nothing's impossible. All right, we should get into these topics so we don't just not talk about any of them.
Yeah, you got like 10 minutes before I go.
I already forgot what the
Chop,
topic
chop.
was.
No, Isaiah, you're staying here. So
All right,
we
10
can
point.
we can talk about. We're gonna save the phone stuff later because this kind of just me and Adam. I'm sure y'all know a little bit, but well, it could also be just technology in general. It doesn't have to be just phones. We have McDonald's, the Vegas incident, and just general movies. Which one would y'all want to start with?
Let's start with
Um,
how
what was
Ronald
the stuff again?
McDonald.
I wasn't paying attention. What was it again?
Huh?
What was the topics again? I wasn't paying attention.
McDonald's, like how it works on the inside for people who don't know, the Vegas
Oh, yeah,
shooting, and like general movies.
Let's talk about McDonald's.
All right. So, for those of you who don't know at home, I work at a McDonald's restaurant, and I have been for about a month now. Huh?
I did not know that. I said I did not know that.
Isaiah, I literally send you streaks almost every day at work.
Wait,
Really?
what?
In my
You didn't know this?
in my uniform in McDonald's break room.
I thought it was just a joke.
Friends on Snapchat.
Huh?
I thought it was just a joke.
I said, why aren't we friends on Snapchat?
I swear I thought we were. I could have.
Why don't we have a streak on Snapchat, Jeremiah?
Because I don't want one with you. I told
I have streaks Dylan. I
that to Matt. I was like, Adam keeps trying to make
Add
it
us on Snapchat.
I'm not letting it happen.
Wait, hold on. Isaiah, you
Add
thought
us on
like
Snapchat.
how would I make that into a prank? Like would I go buy a McDonald's uniform just to send you snaps?
Yeah.
That would be.
You would do that.
Would I just walk into the establishment and act like I'm an employee and go sit in the break room? Be like,
Yes,
yeah, I'm
yes,
just on
you,
break.
you would do that. You would literally
You
do
could
that.
do
Just
that
be
at
like,
Winn-Dixie. Nobody would know. Like,
That's
Nobody
actually
gives
probably
a crap.
easier than you think, to be honest. Because, like, there's a lot of people that work at McDonald's. Like, I've been there for like a month, and there's still a lot of people on the employee roster that I've never even seen with my eyes. So, like, as long as, like, managers aren't around, which at McDonald's that won't happen because there has to be a manager, but I'm sure, like, a big store like Winn-Dixie, you could pull it off. If you could, like, just walk around and try to not get noticed.
oh yeah. It depends. Like if the night manager Sean is working, like he doesn't give a crap what the f you do. He's just like, all right, whatever.
Bro, that's such a good
Alright,
video
whatever.
idea.
Like I almost broke one of the scanners on the cash register, and he was just walking by, and he's like, all right, whatever.
That's what happens when you're a freaking night employee. I close almost every single night, and it gets to a point in the
wanna
night
close
where it's, huh?
I said I want to close every night.
You want
lit.
to?
Why? You don't want to or you wanna?
I do. It's lit.
Why? Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a lot different, like, depending on where you work, like, closing. I'm sure somewhere like Winn-Dixie would be really cool, because it'd probably be, like, just kind of chill, you know?
McDonald's would probably be like.
I thought McDonald's is open 24/7.
No, it closes at 12. We usually get
All of
out. Closing people usually get out at like around like 1:30 to 2 or 3 or 4 sometimes. It depends on who's closing because some people are better at it than others, and some people just
Yes, I understand that.
yeah, like so we have to take a bunch of the dishes back and wash them, right? And then we have to bring them back up to the front and through the kitchen and put them all back where they go, and just not everyone knows where everything goes, so just depending on who you're closing with, it'll be different.
Yeah. Like we'll have one dude that collects the tills like right at 9 o'clock, and I'm the only one left. And then we'll have like somebody that collects them after 10. Like I was there till like 11:30 one night. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Certain people will start the closing process different times, but for people listening, it's better to start closing earlier. Just get all the stuff you don't need out of the way, and then keep all the stuff you do need there. And then when it gets closing, like cleaning the grills, you're obviously not going to close the grills until 12 o'clock because you're going to need them. Because people like to come in at like 11 and order breakfast a lot. And it gets really...
Order breakfast? What?
Yeah, a lot of people will come in and order like sausage biscuits or McGrills and stuff like that.
At 12? What the heck?
At what?
At 12?
No, I like 11. Well, between 11 and 12 because it closes at 12. Because they serve breakfast all day now and they have been for a while, but
It's weird.
I think the reason they do it is because they think that, well, for the most part, if you order a breakfast thing past 11 o'clock, it's going to be cooked to order, so you'll get it fresh. As far as other things, like burgers and stuff, maybe, that is an illusion. Like, if you come at McDonald's at 11:30 at night and you order, let's say, a double cheeseburger, you're probably not going to get your order cooked fresh like you think. What will probably happen is you're going to get the meat that hasn't been put on burgers and that sat there for a while. So with breakfast, with breakfast it works that way. But if it's like 11:30 and we still have meat sitting in trays, chances are it's kind of been there for a little bit and it's a little bit dry, you know. But yeah, people do that stuff all the time. They'll come in at like 11. 11 is one of the busiest times. Like between 10 and 12 is one of the busiest times because people like to come in like, or like the McCafe stuff. They like coffee at night and I don't know, just stuff like that.
I'm gonna come into your McDonald's while you're closing one day,
Which
like
McDonald's you
at
work
11:50, and I'm gonna order 200 chicken nuggets.
I was spit in your food.
at?
No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. You know, well, as I
Hey, I
work
have
at the,
question.
huh?
Yeah, which one do you work at?
Well, I mean, I'll text
What?
it to you.
When I'm
Okay.
back for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, take a
What?
look at Messenger.
Okay.
Like I just spit it out by accident anyway. Bad.
So, fuck, what was I gonna say? Damn it, Adam. I hate you. No, oh yeah, I was gonna say the illusion of like. So I know it can happen. Like nasty stuff does happen in restaurants, but the chances of you ever getting your food spit in at McDonald's are extremely low. And the reason is the way the restaurants are set up. Is you have front counter and then you can pretty much see back where the table where they like assemble the burgers and the grill is. And not only that, there's pretty much always other people there with you. Well, not for me because they're dumbasses, but there has to be a manager there at all times. So like you're probably going to be watched all the time by like a manager waiting to grab the food and put it in a bag. And not only that, but they have cameras. So like the chances of your food getting spit in is so low.
Yeah.
Plus, you'd probably have to hate that person a lot more than you hate yourself for working at McDonald's. So.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you feel so
You hear
spiteful
yourself,
that you
Dylan?
got to spit in someone's McDouble, like just go find another job.
Right.
Have you seen anything similar to that happen?
Like someone being spiteful with a customer and doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, I haven't personally seen people like physically do anything. I've seen like some of the managers get kind of feisty with some of them. Like people will come in asking for like they have to wait for a while, so they'll come in asking like free cookies or something, and they have to kind of haggle them out of the store about it. This one of my managers, she's like somehow, I don't know the context, but somehow this lady got a free McCafe drink. I think they accidentally gave it to her, but she took it anyways, and they didn't realize till after the fact. So after the lady was driving away, the manager like said in like a sassy voice like, "Enjoy your free drink," and that's not much obviously, but no, the store I work at surprisingly is pretty like tightly kept together.
Nice.
Huh?
Nice.
Yeah, it's they try to be clean and by the rules. It depends on who's manager again. Like you're not supposed to be able to take food. Okay, let me tell you these gay ass rules. So, okay, you can't eat while you're in shift. That's okay. Whatever. I get that. You should be working.
Yeah, me too.
But listen, the way the free meals go, so you get one free meal either 20 minutes before your shift, 20 minutes after your shift, or on break. And you get one free meal, and it can only be a meal that's like on the menu. Like if there's a manager there who slacks, then maybe you can get some extra stuff. But for the most part, it can only be a meal that's on the menu. It used to be, you could get literally however much food you wanted for your free meal, but people were having like $70 and $80 orders for their free food, so they had to cut down
That'd
on
be
That's
that.
the crap I would pull.
Yeah, right. And then listen, get this. This is stupid. So at the end of every manager's shift, there's a waste bucket, right? And what you do with that waste bucket, any food that you don't sell that you have to throw out, you put it in the waste bucket because they have to count it, and they have to count what they have in the waste bucket. And yeah, they have the waste bucket. So when the store closes, again, this is depending on who's manager. There's only one manager there that let us do this. A lot of it, when you work at a McDonald's, a lot of it just depends on who's there watching you. But for the most part, you're not allowed to take that food home after the restaurant is closed. It's against the rules to do that. And
Wow.
I don't understand
That's
it because listen, let's say there was a basket of 40 chicken nuggets. If one of the managers were there that follows the rules, we would have to throw away 40 chicken nuggets. And whenever you have a lot of waste, that falls back on the manager, so they get crap for it. So like,
Well, then why would they?
exactly, I could eat those 40 nuggets and save you. Like,
Right?
it's literally that simple. Maybe
What
there's some kind of underlying cause that I don't get because I'm just a crew member. But
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Maybe the French
McDonald's, the corporation, is so greedy, and I always knew that. But after working there, they're so greedy, dude.
What it is?
The corporation, McDonald's, like the rules that they have in place.
You know a stupid rule we have at Winn-Dixie?
What?
You're technically not allowed to wear hoodies in the store.
What?
It's because, like, if you put the hood on or something, you look suspicious. And I found this out, like, a couple of weeks ago. And I'm like, girl, that is not true. Because I have worn a hoodie in the store almost every single time I've come in here off of my, like, scheduled time. And she's like, really? And you haven't gotten in trouble? I'm like, no.
Dang, man.
No.
I was like, they can try and fight me. I was like, I'm wearing a hoodie if I want to.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, have you had any like people in the store asking you like, "Hey, where is this item?" But like they made it really complicated or hard or awkward or something like that.
Trigger's really going off.
Would you like
Yeah.
to elaborate?
This dude, it was a microwave cover for your food, and he came in the store.
Do you know where that plastic disc is that you keep in your kitchen area?
No. It's like a bowl that you would put over your food while you're cooking it in the microwave.
Yeah.
So it doesn't like splatter everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was asking another cashier, TJ, and he's like, "I'm looking for this plastic thing," and he's like, "You put it in the microwave," and TJ looked at him. He's like, "A bowl?" And so he's like, no, you put it like on top of like a bowl or something, and it would be something that would like cover your food. And so TJ looks at him again and he's like, a paper plate? And so I was like, dude, you're like, I knew what he was talking about, and I was just listening to their conversation, and the dude was like saying all this crap about it, like trying to describe it, and TJ starts naming off random crap. I'm like, you're so stupid.
What the heck? You can't just say like a microwave cover?
Right?
Is that hard?
This other dude, he came in, and it was not like to describe an item, but we have to ask for your Plenty card. Like, we used to have a Winn-Dixie card.
Yeah.
But I have to ask for a Plenty card.
Plenty.
Wait, is someone like, oh yeah, I have plenty of credit cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have plenty of those.
No, they're like, yeah, I have my Plenty card, and they say Plenty card, and then they pull out a Winn-Dixie card. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, so Plenty is different from Winn-Dixie card?
Like, it won't scan or something because there's like a scratch on the barcode. And so I'm like, well, it's not scanning that. And so this dude, he was like getting very like sassy with me, and he's like, well, I have a phone number. I was like, oh, really? I think that's just everybody in the world, but yeah. Good for you. And he's just looking at me like, I hate you. And so I was like, what's your phone number? And he gave it to me. I was just like,
Yeah, I would do the same thing.
I guess so many people that do that. Like,
I've never had to deal with any like. Oh God, I got a funny. I wish Matt was here to hear this. This is really
if you're about
funny.
to say stupid people, I deal with stupid people every day.
Listen. So my very first day of working at that store at McDonald's,
The store.
So listen. First off, I was doing something I wasn't supposed to do anyways. I was smoking crack in the bathroom. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, they don't let you do that at McDonald's?
What?
No, dude, it's a new
Let me
rule.
do that in
It's so
Winn-Dixie.
stupid.
They give it to me.
Yeah, it's part of the Plenty upgrade card. No, but
It's on aisle 7.
So listen, so they have different mops for the kitchen and the lobby. Obviously, because like the kitchen mops are probably really greasy, and you don't want to spread that around in the lobby.
Yeah.
So I thought who my trainer was that day told me to go mop the lobby. But first of all, she didn't say that. I misinterpreted it. Second off, I was using the kitchen mop. So I was doing two things wrong at the same time. But it was like a blessing in disguise, because while I was out there was this family of Asian people, and they had been sitting there for a while. They had already eaten, so I guess they were just chilling. And I think one of the boys was autistic, because he was kind of all over the place and loud, and he was a funny looking kid. He was a little chubby Asian with like short black hair. And listen. So I'm sitting there mopping, right? And he's kind of like in front of me a little bit, and directly behind us is the bathroom. So this one big, tall, fat guy steps out of the bathroom, and he's kind of looking he's kind of looking our way. And I look back at the kid, and the kid points at the fat guy and goes, "Ha ha ha, Ronald McDonald."
Yeah, autism.
And oh my God, I was holding it in so hard, dude. I wanted to laugh. He just roasted some random white guy.
That's great.
Oh, it was the highlight of that
Amazing.
thing. Oh, that's the same day I talked to the first British person in my life.
Really?
It was such a weird encounter. I was walking out of the store because I was leaving to go home, and some dude stopped me. He was like, "Excuse me, do you know what time zone we're in?" And I was like, "I don't know. I think Pacific or Central." And then he said thank you. I kind of walked out, and then in the moment of it, I didn't think anything. But as I was walking away, I was like, "Oh wait, he was British." That's really funny. I told him to get out of my country. No.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was
Give
really
us our
neat.
feedback.
I feel seasoned. I feel like I feel like I met a YouTuber. You know, that's all British. But yeah, I think there's one more story, but I can't.
I had to register this lady one time. I went Winn-Dixie for her card, and we can either ask them for their name, like their first and last name, or just ask them for like an ID, and we swipe it, and it automatically does it. And so, this one time, out of all the times I've ever done it, I was like, all right, first name, and she started spelling it out. I was like,
Was it like a basic name?
no. It was this black lady, and she started like 3 A's, like 2 G.
Wait, what?
She had like 3 A's in her name, like 2 G. It was like a 14 long letter name.
Wait, that reminds me. Have you guys seen that old meme where it's like this black girl named Erica, but it's spelled like AIRWRECKA?
Anyway, I got finished spelling her name, and then I was like, last name. She's like, Jones. I was just like,
With a Diet Coke.
how is that even?
Oh my gosh.
And like, it was like
Jones.
Bontash Quaniqua Jones. I was just like, what?
Dude.
So I was like, all right, just confirm this is correct. And she's like, oh no, you gotta take off like the first 4 letters. And I was just like, yeah, like it's gonna make a difference. Nobody's gonna know how to pronounce
They're probably
it anyway.
already going to recognize the name anyways.
Right. And I was just like, why are you like this?
You start typing the name halfway in, the computer's just like, oh, it's this girl.
I swiped this one lady's ID to register her one time, and I was so glad I didn't ask for her name because her name was like one name dash another name dash another name, and then it was like hyphen another name, and then her last name was just like 3 different other names. I was just like, what is that?
Almost that's almost like
She was Spanish, so I was
freaking,
like,
it's almost like Matthew Donald. Frick, I forgot his middle name.
Stephen Donald Brown.
Matthew Stephen Donald Brown. That's funny. Side note.
Isn't that guy like famous? Isn't he YouTube or something?
Who?
That Matthew Donald. I forget. What is he
Stephen
from?
Donald
Matthew
Brown.
Stephen Donald Brown. That's your cousin.
Oh, you're an idiot, Dylan.
He's trying to be a funny man.
Yeah. I know. He's famous. He's doing his own podcast right now. That's why he's not here.
Mhm.
No, but
Yeah, he's in Italy right now.
he's in Italy filming a movie. Side note, for people listening at home, it just passed 7 million players, so you probably have heard of it. But Fortnite, very good game. I'm actually playing it right now. They have a free-to-play mode called Battle Royale. And if you know what PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is, it's the same thing, but just on Fortnite. If you're on Xbox, it's free-to-play. And if you're on PC, it is free-to-play. I don't know if it's on
Oh, for
PS4.
real?
Yeah.
PC is like it's free to play.
Yeah.
Did working at McDonald's
Did
get you a sponsorship or something?
Did what, Jeremy?
I said, did working at McDonald's get you a sponsorship?
Yeah, the creator of a AAA game came up and saw me. He's like, "You look like you might own a podcast."
You just randomly threw that out there.
No, I like playing it now. It's a really good game. I didn't like it at first, but if you kind of give it time and adjust to it, it's pretty good. But back on course. Yeah, McDonald's sucks. No, all in all, really. We got really derailed with that. I was supposed to talk about like the inside of McDonald's and how it works, but I started talking about like an Asian kid roasting a white dude.
Yeah. So this got weird real quick.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's more interesting, but for the gist of as far as the stuff of like McDonald's, how it runs inside, I wouldn't call it shady, but I would call it borderline like.
Sweatshop.
I mean, well, no, they don't really. Yeah, I mean, well, when you put it that way,
I guess.
You get work now.
they don't really break any rules as far as like, labor laws and stuff like that. They're really strict on that, actually. Fun fact. They have a lot of minors.
Like in the background whipping.
Unlike where was Matt?
You said where's Matt?
Yeah, no, where was he working?
Tijuana's.
Yeah,
I don't know
unlike
what's
that
going on.
place.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, hey, they made a good paycheck. But it's like, I've sit there and I've watched managers put burgers together without gloves on.
Yeet.
Yeah, it's like, I usually, the most I'll touch on a burger without gloves is when I'm folding it and I have to reposition the burger, or I usually try not to, but if I like, so I don't know if you guys know this, but we actually toast the buns.
Whoa.
Yeah, the buns are toasted at McDonald's. They go through this machine that shoots them out like slow as hell. And
Didn't like McDonald's get like a huge upgrade like over my past years?
you said
it's
isn't
like, it's getting fancy. It's
ours
fancy.
isn't. Funny, ironically, my McDonald's is the one that has not gotten a remodel out of almost all of them in the area.
I don't know one by that one road.
At my window.
That one road, it's got like a major upgrade.
By that one road, I know that road.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good road.
Yeah, not right.
Pretty reliable, if you ask me.
It's a real good road too.
I'm
They
not
just
good with
repaved
that.
it too. They just
Yeah.
repaved that one road.
There's asphalt on it. I don't know if you've seen that on it.
Yeah.
No, but
Honestly, like I don't know. They put these like little like things on the road. I don't know what it's for.
yeah, these like lines. It's almost like they guide you, but that's stupid. No, but
Yeah.
Anyways, on back on the McDonald's stuff. Well, okay, so I'm talking in the context of my McDonald's. I don't know how, if you work at McDonald's, I don't know how yours works, because, like I said, it depends on who's manager there. But like, literally, almost everything except for cheese, most vegetables, raw eggs, and like milk and stuff are frozen. Even buns are frozen, and we take them out of the freezer and then go to the thing. Any kind of meat is 100% frozen. Also,
How do they make it so good?
I don't know, and it's the weird. It's almost like it's like instantly pressure cooking them, because the way the grills are. So there's like the bottom of the grill where you put your meat down, and then you you press like a button to get to the setting of whatever meat you put down. So you know how they have like regular patties and then they have like quarter pounder patties?
Yeah.
Well, the regular patties that you would use for a regular cheeseburger, like a Big Mac, those are called 10-1 patties. And the like the quarter pounder meats, they're bigger, they're called 4-1. So if you're putting down a tray of 10-1, you'd put down 8 patties, and then you would click the button on the grill until it says 10-1. You press 2 buttons, and a top panel closes down, and it cooks it for you. And all you do is pick it back, or put salt and pepper on it, pick it back up, and put it in the heating trays for it to stay warm. They cook it so fast, and that's how almost everything is cooked in that store, except for fry products like hot and spicy chicken, buttermilk crispy. Chicken takes longer to cook, by the way. Like grilled chicken, we cook that on the grill, obviously, and it takes longer to cook than almost anything else on the grill, actually. Like chicken nuggets and fries, we put those in the fryers, obviously, and I don't know if it's speed cooking it, but I think it's just so hot that it cooks it so fast. Oh, dude, those tenders are a bitch to manage. We're only supposed to put 6 tenders in a basket at a time to fry, but when someone orders a 4-piece, they've already took more than half of our nugget or tenders, so we automatically have to just always keep cooking new tenders. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if they've came to your area, but McDonald's has buttermilk crispy tenders, and they're not bad. I would say give it a try just to say that you ate McDonald's chicken tenders. They're not by any means bad, but they're okay. They're okay. They're passable. Nothing's wrong with them. I was actually surprised when I bit into them how much. Huh?
Said they're not good, but they're not bad either.
Honestly, I was surprised when I bit into them how much flavor is in them. I really expected like really plain chicken tenders, but
They kind of are. But...
yeah, they kind of are, but I didn't expect to taste any like seasoning or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm kind of proud of McDonald's. Isaiah, no.
Yes.
Isaiah, no.
I gotta get up. I got 11.
Tell us your story first.
I gotta give them 7 hours, man. This is not enough time for
Listen,
me to go to bed.
We don't even need that much longer. Like, just finish out the episode. How long we're going? We're going 42 minutes. I'm not going to try to have this one a 2-hour long podcast. We can just stay for another 20 to 25 to 30 minutes. Come on.
You got 5 minutes.
No, that's a big drawback from what I said. Isaiah, you can't not give us any time, and then when you give us time,
No, I
take
give
it
you
away.
all the times. All we've been talking about is McDonald's and how it works. Not like what's inside McDonald's, just some guy getting roasted at McDonald's and stuff like that.
Okay, we'll switch it up for you. All right, we'll compromise for you, Isaiah. That's how much we need you. So listen. What would you rather talk about, Isaiah? Of the topics so far left, we have the Vegas shooting. We have general movies, as in like just any movies that have been out or coming out that you're excited, and then we have the phone stuff. But so what do you want to chat about, buddy?
Talk about Vegas, I guess.
Let's talk about Vegas shooting. Okay.
Free set
Alright,
story.
but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so
Oh yeah, for example.
can't really
I
talk
wish
about
Fox
it.
News would understand that. No, but
What if like that was like a
Well,
legit
anyways.
rule, and if you ever talked about Las Vegas outside of Las Vegas, you get arrested?
or you got like killed.
Yeah, it was like automatic execution.
Yeah, a bunch of mobsters come to your house and just like pummel your face in until you don't live
The
anymore.
Talking.
So,
Like The Walking Dead season 7.
Yes, I watched it on Netflix.
I didn't watch it.
I hope Glenn doesn't die. No, but
Oh, Glenn didn't die. What?
Spoiler, Dylan. Dang.
You
Better
heard
answer something.
if you have an
Yeah,
You
internet
know,
connection,
I actually forgot who all died at that cliffhanger, and then when I went back and watched season 7, I was just like, really?
anyway, so
like, did you just spend my time through a garbage can again, or what?
what is that? It's not worth it.
But anyways, yeah, it's Vegas. Yeah, it's a sad story.
So listen, yeah. On a real note, what happened in Vegas does really suck, and
Really,
it's
it
sad
really,
that
sucks. Like, it sucks real bad. Like it sucks. And I like suck. You know, like it sucks.
yeah, it's sad that it's sad that there's people like that.
Yeah, why do the guy need to shoot up the place anyways?
What do you say?
So why do the guy need to shoot up the place?
I don't know, because he's stupid.
Well, let me look this up.
Because he was white.
You just look up. Why did the guy shoot the place? It sucks that it happened. It sucks a lot, and I wish stuff like that wouldn't happen. But a good way to look past it. Oh God, I just got destroyed. I'm not saying make a joke out of everything, but a good way to look past it is, throw in a little bit of comedy. So we're gonna talk about this lightheartedly.
Your mom
That's,
died.
yeah, that's also what you need to do.
Yeah, listen, we're gonna talk about this lightheartedly. I mean, I don't think any fights will break out. I kind of hope they do, because that'll be interesting. But So-
Another shooting in Las Vegas because some dude talked about us in Florida.
So I think a lot of the conspiracies going around hold a lot of truth.
what's the conspiracy? I heard,
Okay, so
I heard
there's conspiracies that there's multiple shooters, which I 100% believe.
Yeah, because I was listening to the news radio this morning, and it says like one guy, like a shooter shot, like they're talking about Vegas. Shooter shot like 20 people dead, 100 people.
No, 500
Injured.
people were injured.
500? Oh, frick!
Yeah,
frick,
I don't know.
I
Okay, listen.
listened to fake news then.
Come
Frick.
on, true
Were
story.
you
anyways-
watching Keemstar? No, but
Yeah.
um,
But anyways,
I understand.
I can't talk.
I understand that the man has automatic rifles, but how does one guy injure 500 people?
But like, I'm automatic rifle doesn't even hold like over 200 rounds, does it?
I don't want to say yes or no, because I'm not like a gun connoisseur.
Oh,
Since pulling out Ninja Stars,
Yeah, he like does like freaking Hanzo.
I'm just going off Call of Duty logic here. So
pulling out Genji. Just doo, doo, doo.
He did have the bump stock and all that, but like, and also since there were like 20,000 people there or something, right? So
It was a
like
big event.
that's kind of hard for all of them to like leave, you know?
Yeah, from what I
Like
hear,
it's just gonna be a
victim-
big running around of like millions of people. Well,
listen,
20,000.
victims were saying that all the exits were blocked and there was high walls, so they couldn't get out. They
Yeah,
just had to
right.
run
Like
around.
they're just gonna be running around trying to avoid. Like
It's like shooting fish
that
in a
many
barrel.
people, you can just kind of shoot in there and you're likely to hit someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, you don't have to aim. And
Yeah.
not
Probably
only that,
just move a dead body on top of me and be dead.
it's like aimbot. You don't have to aim.
I would like kill my friend I was there with and like lay under him.
Right.
What I also want to understand, like, I get when you when you go check into a hotel and you bring your luggage back and forth, they don't really check it. Like I don't know if it's that they're not allowed to or that they just don't.
But
he had like
23 guns though.
Yeah, 23 automatic rifles.
Yeah, right.
And I think he had like, what was it? He had, I think, over 1,000 rounds of ammo. Like, I've seen the pictures. I mean, okay, so there's always the possibility that the pictures could be fake, and I completely understand that when I look at them, but the pictures are still there. Like, there's still a picture of a dead man in a hotel room. So they were obviously put in the hotel somehow. And I don't think that the Mandalay Hotel would allow, well, maybe they would, for a considerable amount of money, would allow someone to come in, bring all those guns to fake a pictures in, like that, you know?
Well, they may not have known he brought them in.
Yeah, that's the thing. How can you be so dumb and ignorant? Like, part of the blame on this is on the Mandalay Hotel. Because how can you just not understand? As
I mean, it's not like every hotel checks to see if you have a gun. Like, if you went to the Hampton Inn, you wouldn't see them like,
Dude.
hold on, sir, let me check your pockets for
Well,
like a
well,
pistol.
here's the thing. He had
You know,
23
before-
fully automatic rifles.
yeah. But like before 9/11, how it used to be so unstrict.
Yeah.
Now, like, watch this affect hotels. Like, they're gonna be checking everything and all.
Yeah, they're gonna be freaking doing full body searches in the bags and everything. Honestly, I think it'd be a good thing.
Just go to some backwoods motel. They're like, sorry, sir, you can't bring me a pocket knife then.
Yeah, your pencil has a sharp edge. You're gonna have to leave that outside. You might throw that into a crowd at a concert.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of this dude or this taxi driver. He stopped on the side of the road and he was recording, and he heard different gunshots from different distances away, and they weren't echoes of the first shots because they were shot at different patterns. There's also this video going around of an alleged shooter inside the concert area, because he had a security vest on, but at the same time he could have, just like we were saying earlier, he could have got a costume where they work and go walk in there. It's that easy. And huh?
I'm just laughing about that.
Yeah. Everything comes around eventually. But I heard that, Jeremiah.
I'm hoarse, sorry. Like a lot of it.
Yeah. Freaking, so this dude, he's kind of crouched in the crowd, and he lifts up what looks like a flashlight. People think it's muzzle flares, and gunshots start happening. I don't know what truth to that is. There could have been another shooter in the crowd. The only way we'd know that is, well, maybe if they find not shells on the ground. Yeah, well, they'd have to find shell casings on the ground, probably.
I mean, he might have been moving around, so I couldn't prove, too much.
Well, the shooter that they think that did it was in a hotel, though. So if they were able to find I think automatic rifles give off shell casings like that. They have to go somewhere, as far as I know. If they can find shell casings on the ground, then probably that's good proof. But there's no way you can really prove that until someone comes out with a video directly looking at a shooter shooting a gun. It's like I don't know. A lot of the stuff that they're saying is kind of hard to prove, and to be honest, they're also hiding a lot. Like, did you guys see the pictures of his hotel room and his body?
No.
No.
There was what looked like a suicide note on a table, and they won't say what that note said. They won't even talk about it. Yeah, and he also wired $100,000 over to his girlfriend and some the Philippines or some crazy shit a week before all this happened. It just, a lot of the stuff is weird with this whole thing. A lot of the stuff, and also a good point. People have this conspiracy that man might not be the one who did it. He was set up to look like the one, because listen, this makes sense. So they're saying that this man, I don't know his name, this man was an average Joe, and I think they said he was an accountant. Someone said in a video that makes a lot of sense. How does an average Joe like that, one, have access to all those weapons, and two, know how to operate fully automatic military grade weapons for 11 minutes?
And why would
straight?
they want to do that?
Yeah, why would they want all that? And he had a home. He had a lot of homes. He moved around apparently. They found, I forgot where the home was, but they found a shit ton of guns in one of his homes, dude. There was more, and they also found what was some chemical made to create bombs. They found 2 gallons of it in his car.
Dang.
So I think he had ulterior motives. I think had he not killed himself in that, if it was him, had he not have killed himself in that hotel room, he may have done other stuff, man. He could have 9/11 the building.
Yeah. You hear that he scheduled it way back in August, I think.
Scheduled the shooting?
No, his hotel room, so maybe the shooting.
Oh, I think I did hear he booked them a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's even more weird that he knew exactly what night because an event was happening, so it lined up for him. That's crazy, man. I don't get how people can be like that. It's just,
Sometimes something just snaps.
Sometimes it just be that way.
So be somehow.
That's
Can be how it be.
sometimes that's just how it do.
I think that's just how we do it. But yeah,
Oh yeah, it's
again,
almost 20 minutes by the way, so deuces.
really
Mm.
going.
Yeah, I'm really going. I got a game tomorrow. I gotta get some rest, or I'm gonna be
Alright.
dead.
At least give the people like a unique goodbye.
This.
That's Isaiah for you guys. Back on to the stuff, whatever. Again, like I said, huh?
Real quick, because we were talking about like shootings and stuff, and we were talking about like stupid rules earlier. Like, you know, a rule we have in Winn-Dixie is if like somebody comes in with like a gun to like rob the store,
You have to shoot.
we're
them
supposed
first.
to
No,
do
I'm kidding.
what. Like, we're not allowed to like do anything. We have to do exactly what they say.
You get fired if you try to fight back.
Apparently, it's like against the rules. Like, if they ask for money, you're supposed to just like give them the money. Like, don't fight them. Don't try to like capture them or anything. Don't follow them. Just like do exactly what they say.
I never
I'm
got
like, that's
that.
how you get killed.
Like,
That's how you get killed.
I think of my job as sustaining my life because I do have like rent to pay and I have certain things I need to pay, like a phone bill and stuff. But I would rather be homeless than dead, to be honest. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you can get back off your feet from being homeless, and even then, you're still alive. So it's, you know, it could always be worse, almost no matter what your situation is. I know people have it bad, but it could almost always be worse. I would gladly save my own life and get fired than die working at McDonald's. That's not how I want to go. And I don't think you want to die at Winn-Dixie, Jeremiah.
No,
That's not the legacy I want to leave for my family.
I mean, you know, as long as I get them benefits for loyalty, you know, I wouldn't mind.
As long as you don't die and you
Like,
get
I
workers
died
comp.
from Winn-Dixie. Take care of my family.
Yeah. Give my mom my next paycheck. It should be good. Here's $200, Mom. Treat yourself.
Save. Wish I got $200.
Damn, you don't get 200. Do you get paid weekly or bi-weekly?
I get paid weekly.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I get paid bi-weekly. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Like, the weeks in between feel so long.
I'm already like, I'm basically broke anyway.
You're basically broke. I'm broke right now
What?
because
All my money goes to my mom.
dang. I have, so I pay $200 a month for rent because I
Oh
don't
yeah,
live-
yeah, I know.
Huh?
You pay $200 a month for rent.
Yeah, and that includes everything, all the utilities that I use and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I have to do now too. I have to pay $200 because my mom stopped getting benefits or whatever
Because you work
and
now.
child support for me. And I'm like, no, we were getting back time child support from my dad, and it finally stopped. So now I have to pay everything.
Well, dang. You can tell her to get out of your house, Jeremiah.
I mean, her name's on all of it, so I can't, but I could.
You could tell her to get out of your metaphorical house because you pay for it.
True.
But
She can't really know what to do anymore.
but no, yeah, it's 200, and then I usually get around 400 a paycheck, so I have, you know, more than enough spending room for me because I don't have to, like, I do buy groceries for me and Amber. For Amber's my girlfriend, for the people listening at home. I do buy groceries for me and Amber, for just us, like, you know, I go out and buy snacks or something. Just random junk food that we don't want to leave out in the living room because people will eat it and we want it to ourselves and we're fat.
Nah,
Huh?
I have to get rid of like all my money because I give her 50 a week for the bills now.
Yeah.
And then I give her an extra 25, so I give her 75 a week. So
That's gotta suck, man.
Yeah.
What
So
would happen?
basically,
What would happen if you moved out?
she would be homeless.
You
You
should,
think I'm joking? Like, nah.
you should relocate into a new apartment and have it in your name, and then tell her just come with me, and then everything will be yours.
Nah,
that's an idea.
an hassle.
What do you say, Adam?
So that's an idea.
It is, but much of a
Just,
hassle.
just be in the same. Just be in the same. How much is it to live over there?
This is a rent-controlled apartment, so depending on how much you get paid, depends on how much your rent is.
What?
So-
That's dumb.
And you also, so we don't pay rent here. Um, they also pay for our power, except for like $9 of it. They give us like $90 or something for power every month, and we're on a budgeted bill for power. So plus we're on food stamps.
So basically, like almost anyone can live there.
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
Alright, that's not bad.
a place
actually.
is
But the
a
waiting
place.
list is like 2 years. So
Oh my god. Your mom probably signed up and forgot she did, and 2 years later, like homeless on the street, and he's like, "Shit, Jeremiah, we got a house."
no, way back when I was forced to move here, my sister's ex-husband, he was working maintenance here, and he
Go
hooked
see, I'll
us
get
up.
like an
gosh.
inside job kind of thing.
Yeah, he hooked us up.
I still want to be over at Sandalwood. I just can't afford it right now by myself.
I'll gladly be your.
I mean, if we could budget the bills out and everything, and I guess. What about your mom though? You just gonna leave her?
I don't care.
Put her in a
Wait.
retirement home.
I could have made sure my voices.
Adam, get a job and move back down here.
So
I want to get a job for like a month over the summer if anyone will hire me for that long.
I'm planning like a straight shot out of getting out of here, and like I'm just leaving. That's it.
Bro, that's what I did. It worked out.
Not for me. I mean, I ain't got no girlfriend to mooch off of, so
Like, I don't mooch, I pay.
I was just you mooched off of Matt for a while, so
Yeah, no. No one wanted to hire a 17-year-old kid with no cell phone and no car though.
yeah, I
It's
feel that.
hard. I mean, I have a phone now and everything, obviously, but at the time, like I don't know. It's kind of messed up the way it is.
Yeah.
Life's rough, kids. Get a job as early as you can, but also stay in school. But just try to save up money.
Yeah, don't work in Winn-Dixie if you're not a minor.
Don't work anywhere if you're a minor.
No,
No.
Winn-Dixie actually treats their minors very well. Like you're supposed to technically get a 15-minute break for every 5 hours you work. Like if you work a 5-hour shift, you get a 15, and then if you work like a 6 to 7 hour, you get a 30-minute lunch break, and then if you work 8 hours or more, you get an hour.
Hey,
And but if you're a minor, you automatically, no matter what shift you're working,
get 35 minutes.
you get a 30-minute break. Like it's mandatory. Like they'll get in trouble if they don't give you one. But if you're not a minor, they're not legally obligated to give you any break.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if you work 5 hours, you don't get a 15. And it bugs me so much because they treat me like crap over there. And I'm like one of the only ones that does not get a break like I'm supposed to.
Better just start eating on the job. When it gets slow, just pull out a sandwich from your lunchbox.
We're not allowed to eat like that. I mean, we have snacks and all that we eat at our register, but we're not allowed to just straight up eat like that.
That's gay. That should be against some kind of labor laws. Like, I
mean,
get, like...
I eat right before I get there, so...
For me, it's like, so I'm a closer. I'm a permanent closer, so I go to work at around 6 most of the time, sometimes 7. Actually, tomorrow I work 2 to 8, so it's really weird, random. But, and I usually get my 30-minute break, but the way the schedule is, so before I started working, I fixed up my sleep schedule. I was in bed by like 10, 11, and I was waking up at decent times.
I feel you.
And
so
then
much.
they put me as a closer, and now I go to bed 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and wake up like 3:30 in the afternoon. And I'm like, what the heck, man? Like, I can't do anything now because I'm sleeping or at work.
Actually, my sleep schedule was like off the chain.
Off the chain,
It
good.
sounded weird. It sounded weird.
Oh, it's off the chain.
No, the work has me where I go to sleep at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I wake up at like 8.
Dang.
Just
It-
used to it.
It sucks even more because I work night shifts, so naturally towards the end of the night I get tired, so I'm just groggy. Or groggy, I think is the word.
Groggy.
Yeah.
I think Amber made fun of me for saying groggy, so I'm self-conscious about it now.
It's great.
But yeah, it's if you're an adult and you have a car, go for it. Work at McDonald's and you have a open schedule.
Do you have a car?
No, relatively soon though. I have a good amount of money saved up, and if my parents match me, I can get one soon. Like very
Do you have
soon.
your permit? No.
No, I'm just going straight for the license. I've been driving, so I don't really need one. But driving's fun, really fun. But yeah, I'm probably gonna drop
Remember,
like
you gotta pay insurance on your car too,
yeah, but I'm probably gonna
and
something
that's
like
expensive for males that are under the age of 25.
my mom told me that the most basic insurance is probably around 50 to 100. I'm not looking for like right now.
5,200. What?
No, 50 to 100.
Oh.
Bro, I haven't even seen $5,200 yet. But it's like I'm probably gonna drop like $1,000 for a car. Give me something that is decent enough to run and isn't like nasty looking.
Yeah, my parents were saying you can't get anything for $1,000.
Bull
Yes,
crap.
you can.
Yeah, I know you can.
There's
Going,
people
like-
at my church that are selling a car for like $600, I think.
Yeah, just go on like local marketplace, dude. America is open market. People need to take advantage.
We bought our car for like 400, I think.
Yeah, and it runs.
Hmm
That's what really matters.
We have a fan, and no AC, but
side little moral story thing for the people at home. If you have a job and let's say you're making minimum wage for your state, no matter where you work, I mean no matter where you live, minimum wage it usually isn't a livable wage. So
yeah,
I mean if you're making minimum wage, like here in Florida, what is it, $8.25? I think $8.25.
815.
Yeah, $8.15. I make over minimum wage. I think I make not a considerable amount more, but I work more enough to be happy with it for the most part.
How much do you make an hour?
I make $9 an hour. What? What do you make?
I make $8.25.
25. I mean, a paycheck is a paycheck, man.
Yeah, but it's,
I get you though. I gotta talk to someone about my pay. I either need to get a promotion, get paid more, or get my schedule changed because they'll put me back there in that kitchen by myself for hours at a time. And
you've only been working there a month. You
Yeah.
have no cause to ask for a raise yet.
no, I do. I definitely do.
You really don't.
They put me back there in the restaurant, not restaurant.
After your 90-day probation, you have that, right?
Huh?
Your 90-day thing?
Yeah, that's not up yet, but they have a 90-day thing.
Yeah, after that, you could ask for a raise, but you've only been working there a month. You have no reason. You feel like you do, but you really don't.
People get promoted within like a month of working there. It's not hard.
How is What?
It's just the environment of working at a fast-paced
Source,
restaurant. It just works differently.
when did you suck?
They put me back there in the kitchen by myself. So not only do I have to cook all the meat, I have to prep all the sandwiches and then serve them up by myself for like hours at a time. And I'm not supposed to be doing that. So I'm doing the work that like 3 people would most of the time. It's really annoying. But a little moral thing for people who are working, not making a lot of money. Money is money, and if you're in a position where you can't really afford nice things like you would like to, there's nothing wrong with that. People might make fun of you for it, but those people are either self-conscious or they're privileged. So don't worry about it.
Or in that situation themselves.
Yeah, or in that situation themselves, and they just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, and they're embarrassed, but
Yeah, they're embarrassed, so they're gonna take it out on other people. You don't worry about what other people say. It's not about that. It's about you and your paycheck, bro or gal. I don't know who watches this. Probably mostly guys.
I need me a raise.
I need to see how long we have been recording for.
You know, technically, you're supposed to get a raise after your 90 days, and at Winn-Dixie, that's not the case. You get a raise once a year, like on the year.
Once a year.
Yeah, like on the year.
Dang.
And you don't, like, paid time off.
Hmm.
Like, you can accumulate paid time off. You don't get that at Winn-Dixie until after you've been working there for 2 years.
Mm.
All right. Abrupt ending. I have to do something. But we've been recording for a little over an hour anyway, so I think that was a good episode. I think it was interesting.
Talking about jobs.
And Vegas shooters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys, any listeners, enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed recording it. Unfortunately, Isaiah couldn't go, finish it with us. He couldn't have made it. He could have just stayed. Matthew couldn't make it. Next time, we'll probably try to have everyone. If you have any suggestions, comment them down below. I'll try to make the Twitter and maybe the Facebook and stuff. Maybe even a Patreon. That'd be cool. If you want to give us money every month. But we hope you guys enjoy. Give us any suggestions. Tell us any criticisms you want. Tell us we're gay, faggots. I don't care. Just tell us. So, yeah. I guess you guys can say your goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, bye guys.